I'll try to be very brief, but I'm usually not successful at that.
Tom.
I'd worked with Tom in some theater. I was working in theater in Pittsburgh at the time. I was walking to a movie about a block from my house, and Tom was out on the street and said, "Jim, hey, how'd you like to be in a movie?" And I said, "Tom, in about 5 minutes I will be." He said, "No, I'm serious." I said, "I am too. I'm going to be late." He said, "Let's get together, talk about it." And Tom made it happen. He's a man.
Well, we did a play together first.
And then he's someone with a big head.
No, he stabbed me in the
It's his
play.
story, yeah.
Yeah, he stabbed me
Yeah.
with the switchblade.
Well, I didn't stab you.
Yes,
I just
you did.
sliced you across the stomach.
No,
That's
he
not
sliced me right in the
stabbing.
side of my stomach.
That was just before.
I was bleeding for the rest of the play.
Stop it!
Anyway, so I saw it. I saw you, and I knew that you were going to be the helicopter zombie. So, you have kind of a short forehead, so I thought if I built it up, it wouldn't matter.
I was taller at the time.
You're about 12 inches taller before that.
It was long for my size, yes.
The truth is always funnier than fiction.
As far as the
Okay, next question.
as far as the shooting schedule was concerned, the majority of the film was shot at night, cold conditions. I believe you guys were snowed in on a couple occasions. Pretty much, can you go into some sort of small detail and commentary about the difficulties of making Dawn of the Dead?
It was a dark and stormy night.
Dark and snowy night.
Yeah.
No, it was a blizzard outside most of the time. Yeah. And we didn't work during Christmas because the mall became a big Christmas decoration. But I don't remember it being a hardship. It was just fun. It was a 3-month Halloween for
You
me.
were injured, I believe.
Oh yeah, when I jumped off the balcony, I missed the boxes and smashed into the ground. Yeah.
And that's what happened to him.
But no, it wasn't a hardship. It was fun. It was fun.
I think the first thing that we noticed was the project scene when we broke into the storage area where they had the bodies and were gnawing and eating the bodies. I think that's the first time I noticed how freaking cold it was in Pittsburgh. And I think that the only real hardship we had was the night that we got snowed in. And I walked up to Richard Rubenstein about an hour after lunch was supposed to have started. And I said, "Richard, where's the caterer? Everybody's hungry." Richard said, "We're snowed in." I said, "Well, what are we eating?" He said, "What have you been eating?" I said, "The oatmeal cookies you've had. That's what you're having." So that night we had oatmeal cookies and coffee. So people were bouncing off the walls that entire night. So that was the only hardship except for that cold Midwestern Pittsburghian winter, Other than that.
Were you from LA?
Let me tell you one more
I
hardship.
was from New York, but I was born in Indianapolis, so I was used to. But you never get used. I went to college in Chicago, in the Windy City. So you never get used to. Nobody gets used to the cold. You accept, you live with it, right? You know what I'm talking about? You guys, all right, it's coming. It's going to change. We're going to deal with it. It'll get warm sometime.
Like we can tell Cleveland about bad weather, right?
Yeah, right.
Snow. Every time we have a spring show here, we get 1 day of snow.
Really?
Yeah.
Always in April, 1st of April, we get a day of snow.
You know the helicopter scene? That scene with the helicopter on the roof? We went up on the roof. It was probably the coldest day of the year.
That was snowing.
That's when it was cold. We went up, and okay,
Wait,
we're doing it.
but Clayton, nobody knows
I was
about
up there for
that.
a while. Remember, I'm the one that brought you up.
Clayton, nobody knows about that scene. That was cut from the movie.
What?
The
I was
helicopter
there.
on the roof.
No, when the helicopter takes off. No, wasn't.
He's not talking about the one
No,
with
that's in
the special effect. Not Gabe. He's talking
When we
about
waved you goodbye in the helicopter.
Escape.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was.
Okay, I quit.
talking about
I wasn't there, sorry.
When you
I
went-
was-
we were on the
I was on the roof, and I doing my zombie face,
Your body.
Yeah, you were
and
there.
as soon as we hit it, our faces
Where was I?
froze.
And we haven't thawed out yet.
And you didn't have to do your zombie face; it was froze on you, right? It really was. And now the helicopter's blowing on you, and you're getting that wind chill.
Woo!
And we weren't dressed for that,
It's cold, boy.
and it was the coldest I've ever been in my
Oh,
life.
it's cold.
Well, Clayton, didn't somebody kick you? That one of the. No, I'm serious. One of the actors, gun ho.
Ken did. Ken,
No, I kicked.
Ken, you're
the
beating
guy
up
who
everybody.
the gun.
Jay Stover.
Yeah, Jay Stover.
Jay
And
Stover.
I kicked him during one of the shots or something, one of the rehearsals or something, and I really gave a kick. And he, no, that's not the one. The one on film is when I pulled back because he started complaining, "You're killing me." And I said, "Okay." So I pulled back. That's the one they shot. But on the roof that night, it was so freaking cold. You reminded me of something. It was so,
Yes.
and
it really was on the road.
I'm really, it was fucking cold. Wait a minute. I'm into the scene, right? Because I'm escaping. Galen's in the chopper. She's taking off.
I'm really flying.
She's really flying right now. And I'm really into this thing. So I'm grabbing the rudder, and
Sam, we rolling. Where are they?
the camera's rolling, guys. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy that's driving the cop is going,
Were you pulling the helicopter?
You see, I'm not crazy. We really were on the road.
that, you know.
One of my favorite stories is that there's at one scene there's this rather large gentleman wearing nothing but bathing trunks. He falls into a little pool in the mall. Well, this is important. You know, you have to be aware that movies are shot out of sequence. The next scene he was supposed to do was outside in the parking lot in the same outfit, bloody cold, you know. So you have to keep aware of all these little details like filmmaking.
It's so glamorous to be an actor.
Well, I remember mine wasn't the cold, but was I read the script and I kept saying, oh yeah, so Galen's flying Franny's flying the helicopter, la la la. And then when we get on the roof one day and the helicopter pilot's up there and the helicopter's there and George is on the roof and he goes, okay, Galen. And I go, well, what? He goes, you have to get in the helicopter now. And I hate flying, right? And that was the scene where we're flying at night and we go off and then the lights go off in Pittsburgh, right? Remember that?
Right.
And the helicopter pilot knew that I was terrified of flying. So he decided to have fun. So we're flying around Pittsburgh and George has timed the lights to go out, right? So as we're passing.
Still building.
What?
At the Still building.
Yes. So the lights are going out, and then we're up in the air, and I hear George says, "Okay, you can come back now." And I says, "So where do we go?" And the pilot's going, "I don't know. Where do we?" He goes, "You look out the right window, and I'll look out the left." So I'm looking out the right window for the landing pad for the entire time until we land, you know, and fall out. And yeah, that was helicopter. I remember that.
Why did you have to be in the helicopter? Was a shot on you or something?
She's supposed to have been flying it.
Oh, I see.
I know, but I don't know why I had to be in the helicopter either. Why did I have to be in the helicopter? There was no camera in the helicopter.
Was it outside the helicopter?
Yeah, but why did I have to be in the helicopter?
Well, that's George.
Well, that's after. Why did I have to play in the helicopter?
I think they were
Having a good
jerking
time.
you around.
Yeah, but let me tell you about cold. I'm on a rooftop of George's office with 12 squibs on my back.
Ooh.
Oh, that's the shotgun blast.
22 degrees below zero with the wind chill factor. And Tom Savini decides, let's tie a rope around Joe Shelby, and whenever the squibs go off, we'll yank him across the roof. I love you too, Tom. But after the squibs went off and the blood drained down my pants, through my socks and into my shoes, I was frozen solid.
The comfort of others is not my concern.
No.
The show must go on.
We got questions?
Next.
Oh, do you got a question?
Anybody got questions?
Anyone got one?
Anyone got a question?
I'm
Shut
sorry.
up. Let's go.
Don't be shy.
Orderly fashion.
Oh, well, thanks for coming.
There you go.
Someone right here.
Yes, sir.
When are we going to see the, when do you think we're going to see the suicide ending?
He wants to know when we will see the suicide ending.
Well,
Who's suicide?
we don't know where that footage is, actually.
Yeah.
You can go to my website and see a test of us blowing Galen's head up. It's on,
It'll be in
on my website.
In the
There's
ultimate.
No one knows where that footage is.
Richard has that for the big box. That,
Yeah.
Nah, it ain't around now.
It is. It's time to get to
Come on.